The iPhone 13 Pro has been out now for 30 days, and today I want to talk to you about my experience using this phone. Now, this isn't the Pro Max, it's the regular Pro. I do have some complaints, but overall, my experience has been pretty good. But today, we're going to talk about it. So this video is going to be pretty short, sweet, and to the point. I don't have a ton to say and a ton to cover, but I do think you're going to enjoy it. Design-wise, not a lot has changed from the iPhone 12 Pro. I mean, it still has that same style to it. We do have a new color here. This new blue is actually really nice. Kind of matches my jeans in a way. I really do like it. I like the stainless steel along the side. It's almost in that same blue, just a darker color. The camera bump is a little bit bigger than last year's design, but that's because these are bigger sensors. We'll talk about that when we get to the camera section. Overall, the phone is a little bit heavier. You can slightly feel it. And that's because it's slightly thicker because it has a bigger battery. But overall, the design is pretty much as you would expect from the iPhone 12 Pro series. So not a whole lot has changed, but I think the things that have changed about it definitely make the experience seem a little bit different. Just that overall extra thickness, weight, bigger camera bump, and a new color. If you didn't get a new color, then the experience is probably going to be identical when it comes to the design. When it comes to durability, the phone's held up good, but granted, I do keep a case and a screen protector on my phone, so I have no scratches along the sides, scratches on the back, or on the screen, which is definitely a plus. And if you pick up this phone, I definitely encourage you to pick up a tempered glass screen protector and a case, especially if you get one from this video's sponsor, Rhinoshield. So let me tell you a little bit more about them. Rhinoshield makes awesome cases for tons of different devices. They have cases for the iPhone series, Galaxy series, AirPods, Apple Watch, and more. The three case styles I like the most are the Mod NX, Crash Guard NX, and the Solid Suit. The Solid Suit provides you with the most protection, especially when combined with one of their screen protectors and tempered glass lens protectors. This will give you 360 degrees of excellent drop protection, so you don't have to worry about your phone breaking on impacts up to 11 feet. Plus, Rhinoshield partners with brands and creators for sweet collaborations. This includes PewDiePie, League of Legends, frickin' NASA, Pac-Man, the NBA, and more. The Mod NX and Crash Guard NX gives you the ultimate customization experience. You can pick your bumper color, button colors, and swap out the back plate for one of Rhinoshield's in-house designs or partner collaborations like this one. You can even add attachments for adapting some of Rhinoshield's smartphone lenses to your phone. If you need a case or a screen protector for your iPhone, Samsung Galaxy, AirPods, or even Nintendo Switch, make sure to click the links in the description. Use code JC for 20% off your order within the first week of this video going live and 10% anytime afterwards. One of the biggest changes when it comes to the iPhone 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max is ProMotion. They now have ProMotion displays, which is awesome. It really adds to the content consumption experience. Let me explain. If you're not familiar with ProMotion, it's a variable refresh rate display. It can go all the way down to 24 Hertz and all the way up to 120 Hertz. Apps that are optimized to take advantage of the 120 Hertz will do so, while other apps will be forced to use 60 Hertz or less. This is awesome. It's great for motion. As you can see, everything is buttery smooth. It almost makes the phone feel faster than what it really is. Animations are going to be much more silky, and overall, it's just a more enjoyable experience. In the beginning, a lot of apps were not optimized to take advantage of the full refresh rate. However, I've noticed that the rollout to optimize these apps has been incredible, and more apps than previous are taking advantage of that full 120 Hertz, including games. And I gotta say, kudos to all the developers out there because you guys did a bang-up job at optimizing your apps really fast. So the refresh rate isn't the only improvement when it comes to this display. It's also a lot brighter than the iPhone 12 Pro, and you're definitely gonna notice it if you're upgrading from that phone. Not only that, it's also more vibrant. If you're watching regular SDR or standard content on YouTube, you're gonna notice a big difference in brightness. And of course, HDR content has a very big spike. If you're into tech specs, I'm just gonna throw them up on the screen. That way you can look at them for yourself. Water it is. Now I know where your stash is at.
Yeah. You guys need water.
I'm just kidding. Of course, you could expect the same color accuracy that you get from iPhone Pro series devices, as well as the sharpness. Overall, the display is incredible, but that's only half of the content consumption experience. We also have to talk about speaker quality because those have improved as well. So here's a quick example.
Why are you back here, Claire? Your conspiracies weren't true when we were kids. They're not true now.
We need to expose Umbrella. Watch this.
I'm afraid, Claire. I'm afraid of what they're gonna do to this town. You see, Umbrella, they had an incident. I'm talking Chernobyl, if you know what I mean. People are getting sick. You gotta help us, Claire. Let the world know what's really going on.
When it comes to the performance of the iPhone 13 Pro, I'm not gonna fixate on it because the performance of the iPhone 12 Pro was already really good. The A15 builds on the A14, but only slightly with moderate performance gains, but the efficiency of the A15 is supposedly better. Unfortunately, the battery life on my iPhone 13 Pro has not been very good. But again, I'm coming from a 12 Pro Max where the battery life was much better than the smaller 12 Pro, which could be why. I tried to switch to the 13 Pro Max, but they're just out of stock everywhere, so I couldn't find one. However, I'm a little bit disappointed in the battery life on my 13 Pro. So if battery life is something that's really important to you, I highly suggest that you go with the 13 Pro Max. If you're a moderate user, I'm sure the 13 Pro will be fine, but since I'm always on my phone and I do a lot on my phone, the battery life just wasn't what I was expecting, despite it having a larger battery and a more efficient processor. But other than that, I don't have any complaints about the A15. It's really good, it's plenty powerful for gaming, it can edit photos and videos just fine, including 4K ProRes clips. The experience has been awesome. One thing I will say is that the charging speeds on the iPhone 13 Pro are faster than the 12 Pro. You're getting Quick Charge 3.0 now, and you're getting faster wireless charging. And if you pick up one of these MagSafe wireless chargers, like the Apple one or one from Anker, it really helps out with the battery complaints that I've been noting. So I don't know, $100 for this little thing, or maybe 70 for the Anker one, or 80. I'll leave links down in the description. Definitely saves you some headache. So we've touched on hardware, we've touched on battery life, performance, gaming, all that good stuff. Now we got to talk about software, and this one's going to be short, sweet, and to the point because the software experience really hasn't changed too much from iOS 14. There are a few additions and features, such as the improved Maps experience, the overall better gallery experience, such as like subject detection, which a lot of people have said they don't have on their phone, which I'm not sure why. Mine works every single time I take a picture of my dog. It detects that it is a dog, and then it gives me that breed of dog. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe it's a regional thing. There's been some Siri improvements, and of course the new notification shade, which is much more tidy and organized, which I'm a fan of. Overall, I think that iOS 15 is just a more polished version of iOS 14, which was just a more polished version of iOS 13. I really wish Apple would allow more customization and bring more exclusive features that really allow you to make the phone your own. I just think that would be really awesome and something that Android has had, and I wouldn't mind seeing it on my iPhone. Some people might argue that, but I don't know. I'm just a fan of all the customization that Android allows. Other than that, iOS 15 is great. It's super fluid. It's what you would expect from Apple, and the user experience is top notch. The updates, of course, are fantastic, and Apple continues to support their devices for a really long time, so I can't knock them there. Software experience is still an A+. It's just getting a little stale at this point. And now, let's talk about the cameras. The cameras on the iPhone 13 Pro have improved from the 12 Pro significantly. We now have sensor-based stabilization on the main sensor, which was exclusive to the 12 Pro Max previously, and now it's on the regular Pro, and that's awesome. So it just adds to that level of stabilization, which was already great on the iPhone. We also have larger sensors all the way around on all three cameras, giving you better low lights and more shallow of a depth of field when taking just regular photos. Again, fantastic. And thanks to the A15 Bionic, you get better portrait mode shots, at least slightly improved. I mean, the difference is hardly noticeable, but it's still there. We also have a 3x telephoto instead of the regular 2x or 2.5 times that was found on the Pro Max. 3x telephoto, a lot of people don't like it. Me, myself, I do like it. I just wish that, I wish there was a fourth camera maybe. That was the regular 2x and then maybe like a 4x or a 5x. The 10x telephoto on the S21 Ultra is fantastic. I would love to see a 10x telephoto on the iPhone combined with like a regular 2x telephoto. But 3x telephoto, it's not that bad. Just remember that it is punched in quite a bit more than the regular 2x. Overall, the image quality is fantastic. I really appreciate what Apple has done with these cameras. They've done a fantastic job improving them from the iPhone 12 Pro. And we now have ProRes video. If you're updated to iOS 15.1, ProRes on a smartphone, boom, that's just mind-blowing. I'm absolutely blown away by what Apple has done here. So kudos to Apple. These are some of the best smartphone cameras on any mobile phone right now, and you can take that to the bank. There's no bank, I was looking for one. So that was my review of the iPhone 13 Pro. It's a great phone. I really do like it. It's my daily driver, but I'm an Apple fan. If you're not an Apple fan, this may not be the phone for you. And there's a lot of other great phones out there, including the Galaxy S21 Ultra. I really love that phone, and I think it competes with the iPhone head to head in almost every single way. It's getting ready to rain, so let me wrap this up real quick. If you are in the Apple ecosystem and you have an iPhone 12 or earlier, this is a great upgrade, and I highly suggest that you check it out. If you are not invested in the iOS or Apple ecosystem, and you're looking for something that has more features and more customization, check out the Galaxy S21 Ultra, or maybe even the Pixel 6 Pro. That's a great phone. There's a lot of options out there. I really like this, I'm happy with it. The battery life is kind of poo-poo, and that's okay, because I get the battery chargers, but they really need to do something about that when it comes to this little phone. I think they could optimize it to make it a little bit better, or maybe it's the third-party apps that I have on here. So I'm gonna do a factory reset and slowly start adding apps back on and see if that's the problem. And if it is, you'll hear about it in my 60 days or 90-day update video. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos just like this. Shout out to Rhinoshield once again for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check them out in the description. They have some really awesome cases, not just for the iPhone, but for almost every single Android phone made, including AirPods and things like that as well. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video.